They say it happened late one fall night, the kind where the streets are empty. The air feels heavier than it should. A man named Daniel was driving home from a late shift when he saw a small boy standing alone on the sidewalk. No coat, no shoes, just a thin pajama shirt and dirt on his knees. The kid looked about 6 years old, maybe 7, staring at the road like he was waiting for something that never came. Daniel pulled over. He rolled the window down and asked if the boy was okay. The boy looked up slowly, like he'd been asleep on his feet. His eyes were red and unfocused. He said his name was Evan. He said he couldn't find his house. Daniel asked where his parents were, so Daniel parked the car, got out, and told Evan they'd walk together. Evan smiled at that. Not a relieved smile, just blank. They walked for a while. The neighborhood started to thin out. Houses grew older. Windows were dark. Some places looked abandoned. At one house, Evan stopped and stared at the front door. "That's it," he said. The house was boarded up, charred along the roofline. A red notice was stapled to the doorframe. Daniel told him that couldn't be right. Evan frowned, confused, like the idea genuinely surprised him. They kept walking. Each house Evan pointed to was worse than the last. One was half collapsed. Another had police tapes still fluttering from the porch. Daniel asked Evan again if he was sure. Evan's voice got quieter every time he answered yes. Finally, Evan stopped in front of a small, blackened house at the end of the street. Fire damage everywhere. The smell of smoke still clung to the air, even months later. "That's my home," Evan said. Daniel felt sick. He pulled out his phone and called the police. When they arrived, Evan was gone. Daniel tried to explain everything. The child, the walking, the houses, the burned one at the end. One of the officers went quiet when Daniel pointed it out. That house, they said, had burned down 2 years earlier. A child had died inside. They showed him a photo pulled from an old case file. It was a picture of Evan. Same face, same scar above the eyebrow. Daniel swore he'd never seen the child in his life. The police didn't say much after that. They just told him to go home. A week later, Daniel received a voicemail from a blocked number. It was a child's voice, whispering through static. "You didn't help me," it said. "You just brought me back." Daniel moved shortly after. New city, new job, new number. But sometimes, late at night, his phone still rings. And when he answers, he hears his own voice begging, "Don't go back inside."